Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, ça va? It's me, the Lost Canuck, and we're up here in the barbecue lab on a nice weekend. Actually, it's kind of rainy, but nice for me because I'm at home. So, hey, I had so much fun on my last video using the charcoal basket in the Lone Star Grillz 42-inch pellet smoker. We're going to try it out again with a little more control over the heat. Some of you guys left me a few comments on some better control methods, so we're going to try that out. What better way to do it than my friend Tim Washington suggesting doing some ribs over the coals. So, I got some of these Compart Duroc ribs, okay? Really good ribs, Midwest ribs. And we're going to turn them into these. Delicious, juicy, yummy, flavorful charcoal ribs. Stay tuned. Okay, so for all you Lone Star Grillz 42-inch pellet smoker fans, this video is for you. And we're going to use, it's all local rubs and sauces today, which is kind of fun, or binders. So let's get the membrane off these ribs and pull it. Now, if you don't, some of you guys leave the membrane on. I'm a membrane off guy. Just how I roll. And if you use your butter knife, get one side going, and then yeah, wow. This one came like, okay, now the other one's going to be insane, but this one came off really easy, okay? So, binder. Yes, Lost Canuck is using the controversial binder. You don't have to do this step. You can go straight to your rub. I'm a binder kind of guy. Now today, I'm using this Bigfoot barbecue sauce. Made right here in Wisconsin. Small town guy. It's actually manufactured in Hudson. But the weird part is you can't buy it in Hudson. So if you know anybody at the local grocery stores, ask them, why can't I buy this here? It's made right down the street. Anyway, so hats off to Bigfoot. Small company, good guys. And I like to use this as binder. Okay, so we're just going to put some binder on both sides. And I'm going to do the other one the exact same way, so we'll just do one rack. Save you a bit of time. You guys probably know how to do this. And if you don't, well, here we go. It's probably a little too much. Just want to get enough on there that it holds your rub, see? There we go. So I'm using the over coverage from this one side to do the other side. There. All right. So they're nice and juicy and wet. So let's put a little rub on. Now I'm going to show you the two different rubs I'm using. Again, a local rub by a local company. It's called Ope We're Smoking. This one is their honey chipotle rub. And we're going to use two different. So this rack is going to have the Ope We're Smoking honey chipotle. And my friend from Ash Kickin' Barbecue, Darren, he makes his own. This is Sucklebusters makes this for him. This is honey chipotle barbecue. And I'll use that on this rack. So let's get the Ope We're Smoking stuff on first. Again, I like to support local companies. If you use your own favorite rub, if you've got a local one there too. If not, hey, the Meat Church stuff and the Sucklebusters stuff is really good. Okay. Well, we're done that one side. Some people don't pat it. You don't have to. There's no science behind it. You know what? Do what makes you feel good. So there's one side. I'll get the back side that I took the membrane off. Now remember, I'm not a rib expert. I like eating them, but just put enough rub on there for taste. I know my family likes both of these rubs. It smells great. Okay, I just like to, again, you don't have to do this. Do whatever floats your boat, but I just like to pat it in. Okay, we'll get some of the wet spots here. There. And then what I like to do is put a little on the board, like that. And then we'll just put the sides in there. There we go. There's one. Two. Okay. So there's one rack. We're going to leave that over here. Push that off to the side and do the other one. I'm just going to wipe some of this rub off so we don't contaminate the flavors in case they're slightly different. Okay. Stay tuned. I'm going to demembrane and unpackage this, then you'll see me putting the other rub on. Back in a second. Okay, somehow magically the membrane is peeled and this is out of the package. So we're going to do the exact same thing over here. This one's got a bit of a strange flap on it. So, okay, that's all there is to it. Now, like I said, I'm going to use the Ash Kickin' Barbecue Honey Chipotle. So this one's got Honey Chipotle. Got a toothpick in this one so you can see which one is which. And Darren's rub does not have the toothpick. They look almost the same. They're probably same recipe or similar recipe. This is the Ash Kickin'. This is the Oper Smokin'. I'll see you down at the pit. We're going to let this dry brine in the fridge. I'm heading over to Northern Fire Grilling and Barbecue Supply. It's their Customer Appreciation Day. So while I'm over there, this will be dry brining in my fridge, and then we'll fire up the pit when I get back. See you down at the pit. Hey, well, we're down at the pit. We had an exciting, fun day over at Northern Fire Grilling and Barbecue Supply. It was their big Customer Appreciation Day. Just got back home. Gonna light these charcoal briquettes. I'm using, what am I using today? Got some B&B, just some regular old oak and hickory briquettes. There's a bit of lump left from the other night. I was surprised at that. So let's get the charcoal basket lit. I'm going to move this over a bit, like that. There we go. Actually, one of you viewers asked if this fits under the deflector plate. Yes, it does. Texas Bluesman proved that on one of his older videos. Thank you, Texas Bluesman. But yeah, you can keep it in there. Now, when you're running pellets, it's probably going to fill up with dust and ash from the pellets. Let me go run and get my Huber Products split basket and see if that fits in here with it, because that was another question. Hang on a second. All right, well, I put the Huber Products split basket in here with this. Will it all fit together? Yes, I guess it will. The only thing is see, the Huber split basket's designed to go over the lip, and it just misses the lip, but you can still set it on there. So it does fit too. Not like it's supposed to, but we're not gonna have this in here for the cook, so I'm just gonna put that back down under here. Okay. And so I'm gonna light this chimney, get it going. Here we go. There we go. I got a couple of Jealous Devil Boom fire starters. I'm going to have to recharge this lighter here with butane pretty soon. So, a couple of you guys on my last video talked about the airflow management. Yes, I controlled everything with the stack damper. I put the the burn pot back in. So I'm just going to pull that out for a second so you can see. So I got the burn pot pushed back in, but not all the way in. So you can adjust airflow coming through with your pot hen. So we're going to try that on today's cook. So let's get that back in to about there. Okay. So I got it about a quarter of the way open. Let's get this thing lit properly. There we go. Get our charcoal over top of it. All right. Okay, so let's get this thing lit. We're going to dump it in here. I'm probably going to throw some that lump back in there because there's a bit. And look, I got a bit, so I bought into the hype. I got this bourbon barrel chunks from Meat Church. Can I tell the difference in taste? I can't taste any bourbon, that's for sure. So, but I'm going to burn the rest of these off too. So let's throw those in after we get everything lit. So I'm going to wait for this to get burning. I'm going to dump it out into the charcoal basket. Go get the, then I'm going to do all my cooking up on the top grate. And we'll go get the ribs. So let's get this fired up first. See you in a minute. All right, well, we got our charcoal chimney all lit. Flames are coming out of the top. The smoke's died down a bit. So let's dump this into our charcoal basket. Okay, we're just going to want to flick these around a little bit. Make sure you got some heavy gloves, welding gloves. Okay, so I got some of this lump charcoal that I can just going to throw back into the mix. And we're gonna cook on the top rack, so I might as well get that in. Okay, now I'm gonna throw some of that Buffalo Trace chunks in there. Maybe a split or two. Then I'm gonna start dampering things down. Alright. And just for fun, I'm gonna heat up a split post oak. So I can throw this mini one in there. There. Alright, well, we got the fire going. I'm gonna close down everything and get her slowed down, get the burn slowed down. We're going to go hot and fast on these ribs. I want to go between 275 and 300. You can see this thing climbing like crazy. So let's get this thing dampered down a wee bit. There we got the damper set there. I'm going to push this in a little bit. Like I say, I'm aiming for the temp probe to be right around between 250 and 300. So let's see what happens. And I've got my fireboard on. It's rising in the back there too. We're almost, well, it's almost 300 here. And hope it slows down soon. I'm going to push this in just a little more. Okay, well, we're going to let things calm down. Kind of settle in. Now that I got the top damper, I've got it maybe 10%, just like I had before. And I've got the bottom fire pot out by about an inch. And is it it's still cruising up? Yeah, it's still cruising up. So I'm going to push this back in even a little more. There. Doesn't take much. Fine adjustments. So we're almost at 275 in the back where the Lone Star probe is, and this thing says 3 1/4, which I believe. Okay, so I'm going to let this run for 10 minutes and we're going to go get our ribs. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Okay, well, now that the pit's been running, we are, if you can see on the dial here, we're right between 275 and 300, right where we want it to be. Over in the corner, it's been hovering around 260, 265 in there, which for a damper controlled system is pretty good. You can see I have my fire pot pulled out maybe half an inch. So it's that way, about half an inch. And then finally, I have the damper all the way back just under 10%. I'd call that almost closed. Okay, so we're going to put the ribs on, upper rack. We're going to put, here they are here. The one with the toothpick in it is the oak we're smoking, and the other one is ash kicking barbecue. All right, we're going to put them bone side down for a while because I don't know how hot it is up here. Oh, you know what? I should go get a temperature probe. Hang on, give me a second, I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, I got my Combustion Inc. Gen 2 probe. Got my little temperature checker here. I don't know even what they call it, the grill gauge, I guess, or the gauge. And I'm going to put this in one of the ribs. So we're gonna cook into the thickest part of the ribs because I like to know what the air temp is. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to open the door and the temperature is going to shoot off. But when I close this back down, you know, after everything gets dampered, it'll be okay. So let's get that grate pulled out. This is the thick one. Now I've noticed on my Lone Star, well, when I'm running pellets anyways, that the back usually runs a little hotter than the front. Okay, so you can see the flames took off instantly. That's pretty normal for any charcoal system you're doing. I'm going to push this back. Close this down, and then everything that's on fire now it's going to get smothered out a bit, and we're going to go back to smoke mode here. Okay, so I'm expecting this to be a hot and fast cook. So after about 2 hours, we should be into the 160s, maybe 170s in the ribs, probably. I'd be surprised if it takes that long. We'll wrap them like I usually do, and then throw them in for the last hour. It won't take very long with the charcoal. You can see the flames have already died down and she's smoking again. So I'll see you back here when it's time to wrap them. Okay, well, let's take a look here and see what's going on. It's calmed down. It says 212, but the air temp off my probe, and it says 250 there. The air temp on my probe, though, says it's about 3 1/4. Oh, these are looking good. These are looking really good. I'm going to flip these over, so hang on a second. Okay, well, I flipped them. And, well, they don't look too bad on the bone side. I'm glad it was protecting the meat side. This side of the fire was a little hotter, so let's get this closed up so the temp doesn't climb. All right, well, the internal temp is about 175, so it's time to wrap the ribs. And I'm just going to go in, throw some butter on them, wrap them up. Let's take a look and see what they look like. I flipped them. So this is the oak we're smoking. Oh yeah, this looks good. These ribs look really good. Got some nice char on them. So let's put these on the tray. I'll bring them in and get them wrapped. And we'll take them the rest of the way. We didn't use my other piece of wood here, so I'll just save that. All right, let's take these in and wrap them up. All right, well, we're ready to wrap. And what I usually do is I put a little butter on the bottom. Put one right here, like that. Yeah, they smell good, don't they? And then I'll just put that like that, and then I'll put 2 on top. Okay, let's wrap this. Okay, so we're going to put this back on the grill, meat side down. I'm going to go throw these back out on the grill, on the smoker, not a grill. And we'll take them up to about 205, bring them upstairs, cut into them, see if they taste any good. Man, they cooked fast. Like, we got them up to 175. That only took an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to see if these things taste any good. When you're cooking over live charcoal like that, things go really fast. So I'm going to wrap them and throw them on there. You don't have to see that part. All right, we'll see you when it's time to bring them upstairs, unwrap them. We're gonna let them rest, unwrap them, and then we'll cut into them. All right, well, we're upstairs in the barbecue lab. The internal temps have hit about 205 on the ribs. I've let them rest in the paper. We're down around 165 now. I'm going to unwrap these things, get them up on the cutting board. We're going to cut into them. So hang tight. Hey, well, we got the ribs unwrapped. As you can see, these ones got a little warm here in the center. This is the ash kicking barbecue rub, and these ones were the Oprah smoking rub. So I'm gonna, now I like the char, but I'm gonna cut a section of out of here and over here, and we'll give her a little taste test. So let's do the ones that are right in front of me. See where the bones are. Now, these were hot and fast, so I'll put this one over here. You can smell the charcoal, that's for sure. So these were Oprah smoking, and then I'll put the ash kicking over here. Let's try the ash kicking first. I'm going to take a bite out of here, see if it's any good. So it's pulling off the bone nice. Nice juicy charcoal rib. You can really taste it. Let me wipe my mouth off. Okay, let's try the Oprah smoking ribs. Do this one. I like the rub on that one, actually. No disrespect, Darren. Your rub is excellent, sweet, nice. This one, it's a little different. I think it's milder than the other one, but I think this one from Darren is a little more of a kick to it, like a little spicier kick. And this one's not as spicy. So I guess it depends on what kind of mood you're in. Again, both local rubs, both great companies. I'm going to give one to the videographer. Well, she's got to hold the camera, so maybe not. The ribs turned out awesome. Very tasty. Juicy. They're pulling right off the bone. I think you saw that. For George, thank you for suggesting on how to control the airflow through the pit. Well, let's talk about our final thoughts and conclusions. This, it was a nice test to do some rub comparisons. You guys can draw your own conclusions, use your own rub. But here's the final thoughts and conclusions on running the Lone Star Grillz 42-inch pellet smoker as a charcoal grill. Absolutely, you can do it. Get the charcoal basket. You can run the temperature on the upper damper. Now, George, one of my friends from the channel, suggested that you can leave the fire pot in and you can adjust it by pulling the drawer in and out on airflow. So I did that. You know what, George, you're right. I was wrong. So yes, you could leave it out and then, but it's, really fine adjustments on the stack, or you can leave both in and do, adjust down low and then adjust your damper. Worked a lot better. So it was easier to run. Tim Washington from the channel, thanks for the suggestion on running ribs over the coals. Very nice. Okay, so I like to use my 42-inch pellet smoker as a smoker with pellets and chips, Huber split basket, all that kind of stuff. Yes, you can use it as a charcoal grill. It'd be a very expensive charcoal grill. There's other options you can do if you like the charcoal. I have a drum smoker. It works well. I've got a little PK. You guys may have Weber kettles. It does the same thing. So if you have a 42-inch smoker and you don't want another grill or whatever, by all means, get the charcoal basket. You saw me set it up. It's easy. There's no electricity involved. You can monitor it with the fireboard by plugging it in and using the app and not turning the pellet drive on. Works fine for that, plus the dial gauge. Plus I was using my combustion probe to check the ambient temperature. So all that said, yes, I'll probably use it as a charcoal grill every once in a while. Well, is that my main grilling source? No. If I want charcoal, I'll probably fire up the PK or the drum, hang it on the drum. But this was a really good little test. You can use your charcoal basket if you've got one. Like I just, I happen to have one for all that other testing. And if you haven't seen the other testing, check out some of the videos I'm going to put up over here about wood split testing. All right. So those are my final thoughts and conclusions. Now, if you liked anything that I used in the video, the knives, I don't know if you saw that new braking knife I got from Montana Knife Company, or the probes, or the cutting boards, or my gloves, or the prep stuff. Don't forget, you check out my Lost Canuck store below. Yes, it's an affiliate link store. I would make some commission if you did buy something. Not much, but it does help the channel. Plus, it doesn't cost you anything extra, okay? So you're not paying extra to buy stuff that helps me out, like the buying ribs, this kind of thing. So, or the gas that I use to drive over to Minnetonka, over to Northern Fire, or whatever. So there's that. Then, hey, for all you new viewers that are out there that have just joined the channel and checking out this video, first of all, thanks for watching. Appreciate that. And if you have a moment, please hit that like button if you found value. Please, it really helps YouTube figure out who this video should go to. So don't forget to hit that like button. If you have the ability and you really like the video and you thought, hey, this charcoal thing's a good idea, hit that hype button. Well, it's not really a button. You got to swipe the comment thing over to the side and then hype me some points, okay? Starts off at 450 points, and you can only hype 3 times a week or whatever, but it really helps the channel. I've seen the videos that previously that lots of people liked and hyped, and it does wonders. So again, consider doing that. You don't have to. And then for all my returning viewers, you guys are the core. Thank you very much. You know, I appreciate you. If you want, please leave me a comment below on kind of stuff that you want to see me do. Like I say, I got the Lone Star, I got the Blazing Grill Works, I've got drum smoker, I got the PK, I got the little portable pellet grill. I got all kinds of stuff. I'm here for you guys. This is my hobby. I have fun doing it. Just leave me a comment. I answer them all. And if you want to see me cook something different or whatever. So, all right. So now we're pretty much at the end of the video. Oh, don't forget to check me out on Instagram. If you haven't already done so, if you're not an Instagram person, check me out on Instagram. I'll put the QR code up over here. It's at Lost Canuck BBQ. And I do post a lot of different things on there from time to time. I think I'm going to put a picture of my videographer up there having a little break. Everybody deserves a break. And she got a little snack. So that's going to be a fun picture we'll put up there. All right. And it might even go viral. You'll never know. All right. So, look, like I said, we're at the end. Don't forget, also, I love my hat, and I just finished my free bowl of soup, if you're wondering.
This is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh? Oh, it looks good on you, though.
So, anyways, don't forget, Lost Canuck always says at the end of the video, be kind to each other. It's super important nowadays. It's getting crazier and crazier and crazier out there. I hate to even turn the TV on anymore. So just be kind. You don't know what other people are going through. And kindness really goes a long ways nowadays. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Love you guys.